If you're not willing to learn or listen, baby, you on the wrong video today because I'm about to be giving you all the info. You hear me? All the info. Not the info, but D with a D. E-E. D info.
The overweight lovers in the house. The overweight lovers in the house. The overweight lovers in the house. Said I couldn't do it.
All right, everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, I'm excited today because I have gotten so many questions, so many comments below my last video. If you have not seen the first video on how I made $90 in an hour, you need to go back and watch that first, okay? But those of you that have seen, the first video, this is part 2, and this is tips and tricks on PSO. If you don't know what PSO is, that stands for phone sex operator. Yes, I made $90 in 1 hour as a phone sex operator, you guys. So let's get into it. All right, I'm looking down because I'm looking at my notes. Everything that I'm going to talk about in this video is not in a particular order, so listen all the way to the end if you want to learn more tips and tricks on how to be a phone sex operator. A lot of people don't know how to get started. Let's get on that. It depends on what site you go to. For instance, I use one site, but I'm about to start using another. 2 sites that I know that for sure are not scams, because there are some people out there trying to scam you. 2 sites that I know for sure are not scams that people have been paid from, that I have been paid from, are Night Flirt and Talk to Me. Night Flirt, of course, pays more than any other phone sex operating platform, but it has its pros and cons. Phone sex has its pros and cons, and I'm definitely going to make a part 3 on all of those pros and cons, because baby, don't go into this okay, not knowing the pros and cons. But today we're going to be talking about the tips and tricks, so let's get into those. All right, so like I said, the 2 ones that I know for sure, I'm going to try out. I'm going to test some other ones out, but 2 that I know for sure is Night Flirt and talktome.com. okay, so I'm gonna put that in the link below. I'm gonna put that in the link before. I'm gonna put it below. Okay, so let's get into these tips and tricks. Okay, the first one is, yes, you do have to use your phone number, but they will not see your actual phone number. That was a question. Yes, you do give your number to the company so that they can send the calls to you, but they're only seeing a 1-800 number on the other line, and you're seeing a 1-800 number. So neither one of you, neither you nor the customer, get to see each other's information or any of that. The only thing they see is the profile that you make, because you do make a profile on Night Flirt. But on Talk to Me, the first 300 minutes you only get paid 20 cents a minute, which averages out to being $12 an hour, which is not bad for some people. And the first 300 minutes, they don't see you. It's a chat line type of thing. But after your 300 minutes, that's when you can start getting paid more, and that's when you can actually make a profile and be on the road to making more money. But no, they don't see your information. They do not see your information or all that. Signing up for a PSO job, phone sex operating job, is like signing up for an actual real job, because this is a real job. You do file taxes. Yes, taxes will be needed to be filed, okay, if you make over a certain amount. Don't ask me the certain amount, baby, because I don't know. But yes, you will have to file. I forgot what it is, but yes, it's like a real job because it is a real job, people. This is a real income because I use it as my income. Remember to have a quiet place. Even if you have to get in your car, a lot of people were just like, well, I have kids, where could I go, to take calls? You can actually go in your car, take calls in your car, take them in your closet. I don't know. I don't have children, so I don't have to deal with that. But yeah, you just need to get, if you want this money, if you want to make money like this, you will need to have a quiet space. And also, don't have your children playing in the background, okay? Because people are sick, is all I'm gonna say. Because baby, that's another one of my tips and tricks in here. I said tips and tricks. This is advice too. Drink lots of water and tea. Make sure that throat is lubricated. Okay? Because you will be talking a lot, making a lot of noises, sucking all on your arm and your thumb. You're gonna need all those noises, and you're gonna need all of the saliva, all that. Okay? So make sure you're drinking lots of water and lots of tea and staying hydrated. First, one of the really big tips is let them lead the conversation. Not everything that these people talk to you about or call about is going to be actually about sex, okay? Because I get a lot of calls from lonely people that just want to talk. They just want to talk. They even talk to me about church and how they sing in choir. One of them sang me a song. Like, they're just lonely and they want to talk about what they want to talk about. Don't get on the phone thinking you know what they want, because, well, you don't until they tell you. You need to a trick into keeping the men on the phone, because the longer you keep the men on the phone is the more money that's going to go in your pocket. So, a trick to keep them on the phone, ask them about themselves. People love talking about themselves, okay? They love talking about themselves. Like what are you up to today? Or, what do you like to do? Things like that. Even if you don't care about getting to know these people, act like you are trying to get to know them, okay? It's going to make them feel special. It's going to make them feel loved, because some of these people don't feel special, they don't feel loved. That's why they're calling you, okay? You are now their new girlfriend or boyfriend, all right? And also, tricks to keep them on the phone is when they tell you to bend over and all that, just take your time. Act like you're really going over there to bend over the couch if they tell you to bend over the couch. Or if they tell you to take off your clothes, take that cover and on your phone, because I'm recording on my phone right now. Take it and just rustle your clothes over the phone, the phone microphone, and act like you're really taking off your clothes, okay? I know 3 seconds may not be a lot, but doing all those little small things will definitely add up, okay? You want me to take off my clothes? Okay. It doesn't just magically pop off, You have to actually take it off, and that's going to take some time, boo. And that is adding to the clock, adding to your pockets, all right? Don't give your information out, your real information out. Do not, people will try to get you to give them free services and things of that nature, like off of the website, okay? All the time. They'll be like, well, we can talk on Skype, or we can do this on WhatsApp, and I'll cash app you. Do not, okay? I repeat, do not do that. Do not do that. I'm not gonna lie. I had a customer that was always spending a lot of money with me. I mean, spending the money. You hear me? Dropping the bag on me, boo. And he was just like, I know this website takes a lot of money from you. We should move this conversation to another place, and I can cash app you. First off, sometimes people, there's been a Cash App scam going around. I've never been scammed on Cash App, but I know what's going around. People can see your information from Cash App, but y'all, I did it. I shared my information. I gave him my Skype, which doesn't have my real name because I do cam modeling on Skype. So I didn't see a problem with him having my Skype. But then he would, you know, write me all the time, trying to get free shows, and he did Cash App me a nice little bag. But you know, after that, he feels like he's your friend and y'all really gonna be together because these guys think it's, I don't know why they think it's a dating site, but it's not a dating site, okay, boo? I'm not here to date you. I'm here to get this bag, but I'm gonna talk sweet to you like we are dating, but only on this website. So don't get your information out before you pick up the phone for your first phone call, okay? You need to make a character. This character needs to have a first name and last name. Make it sexy, okay? This character needs to have hobbies, things that they like to do. It can be the same hobbies as you, but you know, make it a little different. Make sure that this character is in a different state than you are, okay? Make sure that that you even give them a birth date, okay? The year and everything. You need to know this person's birth date, their zodiac sign, all of that, because people are trying to see if you're a real person or not and trying to get information out of you. So you need to make sure this character that you have is 1 point solid and ain't nobody breaking it, boo. All right? Make sure this character, you know who this character is and that you become that character when you are on the phone, okay? And when you make this character, make sure they have a first name and last name. Don't be like Big Booty Tisha. That, like, no one's gonna call you Big Booty Tisha. Like, no one wants to call you Big Booty Tisha, okay? So you need to make up a name. Like, this is actual name, Amber Rains. I like that name. I think it was dope. I love that name, but it's already taken, so don't take that name. That is an actual porn star's name. So, but I'm just saying, make it a first name so they can call you by that first name all the time, and then something sexy for the last name, like Amber Rains, you know, something like that. That's cute. On Night Flirt, you can actually give them money to put you on the first page of your actual niche. They have a lot of niches that you can be in, and you can actually tip to be on the first page. So what I do is I keep $10 in my account at all times so that I can bid to be on the first 2 pages so I can be seen at all times and more calls can get to me. You don't want to be sign in and not tip to be on the first 2 pages, and then because when you're new, you're ranked really low. You can be number 1072 because there are a lot of people that want to do phone sex. You're not the only one that, you know, wants to make a bag sitting at home, not doing barely anything. So I always tip to be on the front page. I mean, not on the front. Well, I do tip to be on the front page. Let's be honest. But also, the thing with that is, the more calls you get and the more times that they rate you at a higher rate, you'll have to tip less and less to be on the front page. Starting out, I had to pay like $175 to be 8th on the front page, and they only have like 12 on the front page, and I wanted to be number 8, so I had to pay $175. So every time a person on the website clicks on you, you have to pay $175 to the company for putting you on the front page. But just because you paid that $175 does not mean you're going to get a call from that person that clicked on your on your picture. So keep that in mind. I would start off with $20. I only went down to $10 because now I only have to pay like 40 cents to be sometimes number 2, because I have so many high reviews and I get a lot of phone calls. If Another way to make more money on Night Flirt is to sell pictures, and they're called Goodie Bags. And I am a character on there. I use my actual face, but a different name, and I do sell pictures on there. So, and then you don't have to show anything, because your profile picture on Night Flirt has to be non-sexual. It has to be a cute little picture of you, or whatever. You can show a cute little picture of your booty in some panties, but you can't show any nudity. So also I sell pictures that has no nudity in them, so you can do that too. With this job, you need to have a really good imagination, okay? Because they are going to want you to describe things, describe what you're doing, describe how your day went. And I make up a whole crazy day because I haven't done anything. It's a pandemic outside. What am I actually doing? Okay, other than sitting at home on the phone with you. Anyway, so you need to memorize some stories. I know you've read some, I don't know, Zane books and all those other, sexual books or whatever, 50 Shades of Grey. Memorize some stories so that you can say the same stories to different callers. All right? So make sure you're not saying the same story over and over again to the same person, because you're going to miss out on some money, because they're going to hang up on you. And don't worry about hang-ups, okay? Do not worry about that, because some people will call and they're already, at the peak, about to go over the hill, and all they need to hear you say is hello, and they're finished and they're gonna hang up. Okay, so don't worry about that. Just make your money, boo. Another trick is to, every time you get a phone call, you need to write down that customer's name, and right next to it, you need to write down what they like, so that you'll know what they like the next time that they call. And when they call, the next time they call you, you'll know what they like, you'll know their name, and it makes them feel special. It makes them feel like you like them, and they're going to want to spend more money with you because you remember their name and you remember what they like, and they like that. So they're going to spend more money with you and spend more time on the phone with you. But just remember, don't be saying the same stories over and over again, boo. Mix it up. Always be in a good mood. Always be in a good mood. Do not get on the phone and be in a horrible, terrible mood. I used to try to do phone sex in the middle of the night while I'm asleep, if that makes it, because they can call you at any time. Once you log in, there's not back-to-back calls all the time. There might be a phone call here, and then there will be another phone call here, and then there will be another phone call here. But there might even be an hour or two in between those phone calls sometimes, but you get paid a lot, so don't worry about it. But I thought I could do it while I was laying down, and I lost out on one of my biggest customers because I was so groggy and tired, and he was just like, he didn't feel like I cared about him, and his feelings was hurt, and he was just like, when I saw you get online, I was so happy, but you're treating me, like whatever, because I wasn't in front of my screen to know which customer it was. Just don't do that, okay? Always be attentive and know who you're talking to at all times, and always be in a good mood and awake. Because you could miss out on a bag, because he used to spend over an hour on the phone with me. So, yeah, I lost one of my good customers. Also, if you don't like their fantasy that they're talking about, hang up. Okay? It's okay. You're not going to get in trouble. You might get rated badly or whatever, or they might think, something happened on the line, but just hang up. Because people, sometimes these fantasies are really dark, okay? Really dark. I had a conversation. I'm not even gonna go into one of my darkest conversations because, man, it was really dark and I did not enjoy it. But I stayed on the phone because I was like, well, I'm making money. I want this money. But baby, if it's gonna take you to a different place, hang up. Because after that phone call, I quit doing phone sex for 2 months. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So if it makes you uncomfortable, you don't like what they're talking about, and you don't want to talk about what they're talking about, because I talk about some really crazy stuff on the phone, okay? And it doesn't bother me now, but when I first started, baby. So just hang up. It's okay to hang up. It's okay. You don't have to be there, boo. And also, I'm gonna say this. This is all make-believe. This is phone acting, okay? Phone sex is phone acting, all right? You're acting out what these on the phone talking about it, what their fantasies are. And some people are dark, some people are nasty, some people are sick, okay? Don't let this stress you out, okay? Once the phone call's over, don't let it stress you out. Go on about your business, boo. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing you can do about what you just talked about. So my tip is, don't let this stress you out. And make your money. Make your money. Act the part and make your money. I'm sure black people don't like acting in all these slave movies either. So make your money. I'm sure big people don't like acting in movies that talk about big people all the time. All right? Make your money. It is all acting. It's not real. Also, you need to be ready at all times. When you log in, you need to be ready, because people are sometimes already in their fantasy when they call you, and you need to jump into their fantasy immediately. They'll call you and be like, Brianna, I saw you last night. I saw what you were doing. Why was you doing that? And then, they'll come on the phone like that. So you need to be ready to reply and be like, I don't know. I didn't think you noticed, I didn't think anybody was watching. I don't know what they're going to say, but just be ready to jump into that fantasy and jump into what they're talking about, okay? And that is all that I had for you today. My next video on phone sex will be the pros and cons about phone sex. Because, baby, there are pros and there are cons. I'm telling you, this ain't for everybody, okay? Just like the army ain't for everybody, school ain't for everybody. This isn't for everybody. But if you can make it work, boo, yeah. I enjoy myself. I love what I do. Thank you guys for watching my video. I'm really excited to make the next video and see you next time. If you don't know, I'm putting out a plus size calendar called Sexy Period. All right, and you can pre-order that December 15th, and I'm really excited about it. Also, I don't think I have nothing else to say. All right, I think I'm gone, y'all.